Now children, in the last class we have finished our chapter that is input in Java, where I have discussed with you the different kinds of input that we can take and various kinds of methods, and then we have discussed some questions based on some programs that we have discussed. Okay, and also in the last class I have told you about the different kinds of errors that we have and how to identify them. Now in this class what we will be doing, that we will doing the thing that is the chapter that is mathematical library methods. Now as the word itself says that the mathematical library methods, that means what? We have categorized a set of different methods in a single set, and that set is known as the mathematical library methods. Okay, like in this example you can see that this mathematical library method is included in the main package, that is Java, and in Java it is included in the lang or language package, and in this you will be having the sub package as math. So it is going like java.lang.Math. So in this sub package all the kinds of mathematical library methods are included. Now after this we will be discussing about the different kinds of mathematical library methods that must have been used by in the last class. Okay, now in this class we will be discussing about the different kinds of methods, and then we will see some of the programs based on them. So the first kind of method is, or the first method is the Pow method, which is generally used to return the power. Like suppose that if it is written like math.pow 2,3, so what you will be doing, that you will raise x to the power y. That means you have to do 2 to the power 3 you have to do, and result will be equal to 8. So this is how the process will go for the power function, you can say. So whenever you have to calculate the power of any number, then you can take it like, first you will write the number and comma, it will be followed by the power. It's like you have to calculate the power for 2 to the power 3. So you will write it like math.pow 2,3, and then end result will be 8. So this is the basic idea of how the power function works. Next is Sqrt or square root. So in this method what we have to do, that suppose we have to calculate the square root of a number. Like suppose that we have to calculate the square root of 4. So how we will do it, that we will apply this function, that math.sqrt, and in the bracket you will write 4. Like this you will write math.sqrt of 4. So it will be returning what? It will return the value of the square root of it, and the square root of 4 is 2. So this will be the end result. And one thing to note, that in case of square root and cube root, the value returned will be in the double value. So if the value is in double, that means that we will be including the decimal sign also. So 2.0 we have written, this is only because it is in the double data type. Now next thing is Cbrt, and where you have to calculate the cube root of a number. Like suppose I have written math.cbrt of 8. So the cube root of 8 is equal to 2, and the same thing 2.0 will be written. Why? Because it again returns a double value. So these three we have discussed. Next is ceil and floor. So first we will discuss ceil. So math.ceil of x, that means it returns the smallest integer that is equal to or greater than the argument. And let's understand this using a simple example where we have written math.ceil 46.6. So the smallest integer that is equal to or greater than this argument is 47. The nearest value is 47. See, in simple manner, if I have to tell you, so what you have to do, that if you have applied the ceil function, ceil method or function you can say, so what will happen, you have to select the next highest or next greatest value than the argument. So 46.6, so which one is the greatest smallest integer next to it? It is 47. So for ceil you have to select the highest value, okay, or the greater value than the argument. So the output for this will be equal to how much? 47.0. Again it will be providing a output as double type, okay, so the output will be 47. Now next we are discussing about the floor. So math.floor returns the highest integer that is less than or equal to the argument. So what you will do in this, let's take up the same example, that math.floor 46.6, and if you have applied the floor over here, so what will happen in this case, you will be taking up the value 46. Why? Because floor will be selecting the minimum value, or you can say that you have to select the highest integer that is less than or equal to the argument. So when you are considering 46.6, the highest integer less than or equal to the argument is 46, so we have selected 46 over here. Now in the next video I will discuss with you some more basically some basic methods of the math class, like the round, ABS and things like that. So this is the basic definition for these 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 kind of methods. So once we will discuss the basic of the thing, I will tell you about the simple programs for how to implement the all these kind of methods.